we're glad to have you join us on yet another interesting outing on the DESOPADEC Weekly. This is the platform where we bring to your doorsteps first-hand information on all the activities of the Delta State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission. The board of the DESOPADEC has been celebrating 2 years of service and impact. Today, we will bring more highlights of the journey so far within the past 24 months. Joy Ochei is my name, and I am glad to have you join us.
I am John Obukoho Nani, Chairman DESOPADEC. All oil bearing committees should know that the board of DESOPADEC is a trustee of the dividends of their oil bearing committee. For any project that will be cited in your area, you own that project. Anything that is done, whether by way of human capital development or project cited in your area, you should make sure it is your own and not the board. The board is just there to implement, to apply those things that belong to you, so you own it as your own. These are plea that by the time you own it, you will know, yes, you are from the oil producing community.
The Delta State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission, the DESOPADEC, comprises directorates entrusted with responsibilities aimed at improving the lives of the people of oil-bearing communities. Over the past 2 years, these directorates have continued to deliver on their mandates under the leadership of the current board. In this edition, a spotlight turns to the Directorate of Projects under the supervision of the Executive Director of Projects, the DESOPADEC, Dr. Ebenezer Okorodudu. Executive Director Dr. Ebenezer Okorodudu offered insights into the Directorate of Projects, highlighting key departments and their role in driving development. He credited the success of the Directorate to the collective input of the Governing Board and noted that the DESOPADEC's interventions across various sectors have earned the Commission accolades.
The Directorate itself is made up of 4 critical departments. You have the Department of Project Monitoring, and you also have the Department of Works. You also have the Department of Utilities, and you have the Department of Housing. Each of these departments is headed by directors, or commonly referred to as head of departments. There are people, and of course you have key other staffs under them that functions. So that's a summary of the composition of the Directorate. And I can tell you outright that when you are talking about DESOPADEC as a commission, DESOPADEC is all about projects. So the achievement of the Directorate is actually the achievement of the commission. Because to me, every other directorate are more or less auxiliary to the Directorate of Projects, which is the heart of the commission. So when you are dealing about the achievements of the project directorate, it's not really the achievement of the directorate on its own, but the achievements of the commission.
Speaking more on the Commission's infrastructure strides over the past 2 years, Dr. Okorodudu noted that the current board has taken deliberate steps to scale up health facilities in several oil-bearing communities across Delta states. According to him, these interventions have significantly helped to reduce mortality rates and improve the standard of health services in the different oil-producing communities.
In the past 2 years, in the area of health, DESOPADEC has handled a lot of projects that have been managed by the Directorate effectively well. And of course, you are aware that I carried out an inspection tour recently in the month of March. And we actually began with the inspection of the health center at Ogulagha. Getting to the health center, you see that the project there was well executed with good infrastructure. As we are talking right now, the project itself is ready for commissioning, and it's one of the projects that have been scheduled to be commissioned. So the health center in Ogulagha, of course, the location is a bit rural, and it is actually well constructed. And of course, we cannot exonerate the fact that that facility there also requires some other additional infrastructure, like the need to build staff quarters. Of course, they have enough land space to accommodate staff quarters, and of course, for it to also be more equipped.
Dilapidated infrastructure in our educational system poses a serious threat to learning. Crumbling classrooms, broken furniture, and lack of basic facilities not only discourage attendance, but also hinder academic performance. In contrast, schools with a safe, modern, and conducive environment inspire excellence, boost students' morale, and empower teachers to deliver quality education. Investing in educational infrastructure is more than construction. It is a commitment to shaping a brighter, more equitable future for the next generation. The DESOPADEC has left a lasting imprint on the educational landscape. From Okolo Primary School in Okolo Waterside, Udu local government area, to Emene Primary School in Obiaroko, headquarters of Okwani local government area, Okpare Grammar School in Okpare Lumu, Ughelli South local government area, to St. Michael's College, Ole, headquarters of Isoko South local government area. Commendation goes to the contractors and development partners whose dedication has helped the DESOPADEC board realize its vision, not only in revamping educational infrastructure, but also in uplifting other critical sectors.
There's hardly any area or part of this senatorial district that the DESOPADEC can never be involved in massive renovation of schools across the mandate area. Of course, our tour took us to some of the critical areas like Okolo, that the contractor did marvelously well. In the course of our inspection, so many things came to my mind, and I have suggested it to both the management and involved. There are some contractors that went beyond their contract limits and moved further to an additional phase to add more value to what they were mandated to do. Like the Okolo Primary School renovation, fantastic, did wonderfully well, good project. You will not even recognize that it was an old school. You think it's a brand new school, fully renovated, painted, and ready for commissioning.
Formerly, the state of the classroom by then was not good enough, especially the ceiling and the zinc, even the buildings too. And you affect our learning community by then. When students are learning, even the doors if really open, even sometimes the closing, you feel afraid that people don't put out to come in. Maybe still other things, but by now it's okay.
In the heart of Delta State, where progress meets purpose, one name stands tall: DESOPADEC, bringing hope, building dreams, and transforming lives. Since its establishment in 2006 by the Delta State House of Assembly and full activation in 2007, The Delta State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission, DESOPADEC, has remained committed to its mission to put smiles on the faces of the people of oil and gas producing communities through massive infrastructural and human capital development. From building and equipping schools and hospitals to constructing roads, drainages, solar-powered water projects, ultra-modern markets and civic centers, DESOPADEC is changing the narrative. The Commission has provided transportation facilities, electricity, and countless other projects that uplift oil-bearing communities. Under the visionary leadership of Olorogunjo Nani as Chairman and Chief Festus Ochonogo as Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer, DESOPADEC is taking development to great heights. In line with the more agenda of Governor Sheriff Warri, the Commission, through the DESOPADEC Skills Academy, has trained and empowered over 1,000 beneficiaries in various vocational skills, providing startup packs worth millions of naira with financial support and essential tools to launch their businesses. Additionally, women have received funding to grow their small businesses. DESOPADEC continues to build a brighter future. DESOPADEC delivers. With DESOPADEC, progress is not a promise. It is a reality. Putting smiles on faces, building a prosperous future. DESOPADEC, development at its best.
The hard-to-reach riverine oil-bearing communities in Delta State have not been left out of this intervention in educational infrastructure. A prime example is the Ogulagha Model School in Burutu local government area, a clear demonstration of how the Delta State government, through DESOPADEC, is making education more accessible and affordable for all, regardless of location.
There's hardly any area or part of this senatorial district that DESOPADEC can never be involved in massive renovation of schools. Truth of the matter is this: when I embark on tour of the riverine communities, very challenged environment. But you know, God is great. God is truly great. One of the most significant aspects in terms of education borders on the Ogulagha School project, which was commissioned by our Maibu Governor, Right Honorable Sheriff Warri. First and foremost, I want to congratulate and thank our governor once again, now that we are marking the second year in office, for displaying true leadership, for giving the privilege to DESOPADEC and the courage to embark on that type of project. The Ogulagha project is a classical example. Fantastic projects in a highly challenged environment. Of course, throughout our tour, you could see children, pupils, battling with their canoes for several hours to go to school in far away from their riverine communities. I wonder how they survive. But God has the way of surviving people. So that school project, massive school infrastructure that was provided by the government of Delta State through DESOPADEC, it's a thing that is worth commending. Not only worth commending, but also worth exporting to other challenge areas. It's one thing for a project to be instituted. It's another thing for the concept to also be exported to other areas of similar challenge.
The lack of adequate housing leads to overcrowding, poor sanitation, and increased health and safety risk, especially for low-income families. This explains why affordable and habitable housing schemes by the government are essential, not just to provide shelter, but to promote healthy living, social stability, and inclusive development across communities. DESOPADEC is not just addressing the challenges of access to habitable houses, by going extra mile to build houses in the hard-to-reach oil-bearing communities of Delta State.
In the area of residential, in the last 2 years of the establishment of this commission, the commission has done well building houses in our various mandate areas. But yes, what struck me most has to be in the riverine communities, the most challenged riverine communities. I'm more concerned with more difficult areas. It's quite easy for you to build houses in uplands. We have a lot of achievement in those areas. But what baffled me most is the Zanzai housing projects. We're on this special talk. You discover that to build a house, if you have to spend 20 million to build a house upland, you spend more than 100 million to build a house in the challenged riverine communities. The Zanzai housing project is, in fact, to me, is a great wonder. First and foremost, the land has to be reclaimed. Reclaiming that land alone would have got billions of what? Naira. Billions of naira to reclaim that land. Two, for you to build that infrastructure, that housing infrastructure of two-bedroom flats, to me, it's a great wonder. We are there and we saw the uncompleted housing project that was still under what? Construction. We didn't admit the project abandoned. We met workers working on site. And highly commendable is the attached land jetty. You could imagine if there was no land jetty. It was a huge land what? Jetty. The cost of constructing that huge jetty alone is quite enormous. And the size of that jetty too is also what? Enormous. So DESOPADEC has done greatly well promoting housing infrastructure across the mandate areas.
Good access roads are vital to the growth and well-being of any community. They connect people to essential services like healthcare, education, and markets, while also boosting local trade and economic activities. The impact of DESOPADEC is vivid in several communities, from Amokwe to Jesse, Sapele to Ogara and Ogareke, all in Sapele and Ethiop West local government areas, to roads in Ughelli, Warri and Udu, spanning Warri South, Warri Southwest, Warri North, Ughelli North and South, Ethiop East, among others.
Road infrastructure is very critical, extremely critical to societal development. Without access roads, it becomes a challenge. One, we need roads for good mobility, movement of our people from one location to the other, and also to make it easy for agricultural products and to promote commerce. In the course of our inspection of our projects in the last 2 years, projects that have been constructed, we discovered that DESOPADEC has embarked on so many road projects. Of course, we visited some road projects in Amokwe, in Sapele, in the area, and the rights to Ughelli or Rockbo. And also, we visited some road construction, the 8-kilometer roads in Biaima and all that. Anywhere you see a good road, the people are what? Also happy. Because road is a basic infrastructure that promotes the movement of people in that area. It makes life much easier for them.
The utility department, a vital component of the Directorate of Projects in DESOPADEC, has extended its services to numerous oil-bearing communities through the installation of transformers, solar-powered streetlights, and participation in rural electrification projects. The department has also implemented pipe-borne water projects, many of which are solar-powered, bringing much-needed access to clean water across several Delta State communities.
As far as I'm concerned, water is life. Water is life. Biblically, water is what? It's life. And when I was growing up in those days, we used to have water board that ensure the proper treatment of water and circulation. And that was it. So today, in the past 2 years, I know that the DESOPADEC has carried out a lot of water projects across the mandate areas. And even in my community, in this 2024 budget that will soon be implemented, in my community of Warri, which is a renowned town, we have challenge of water. And you don't expect people to be feeding on drinking water from the river. I hope you understand. It's not healthy. So one of my major concerns is how to ensure that the existing water system, are you all right, is reactivated and made functional and properly distributed in terms of piping, so that the entire communities can benefit from good, clean, well-treated water.
Community enhancement projects and monuments play a vital role in preserving cultural identity, promoting unity, and fostering pride among residents. They improve the landscape and create shared spaces for interaction. Beyond aesthetics, these projects boost local tourism, encourage investment, and serve as lasting legacies of development in the hearts of the people. The Project Monitoring and Evaluation Department of the Directorate of Projects, DESOPADEC, plays a critical role in ensuring accountability and quality delivery. By tracking progress, assessing impacts, and enforcing standards, the department helps guarantee that the people of the DESOPADEC mandate areas receive durable, value-driven services. In his second anniversary message to the people of oil-producing communities, Dr. Ebenezer Okorodudu assured them of more projects ahead. He called for continued cooperation with the current board to ensure successful implementation of the initiatives outlined in the budget.
For the past 2 years, the directorate has done well. My message to our people in the mandate areas is simple. They should expect more. They should expect more. They should expect more of these development projects to their areas.
I want to thank the DESOPADEC for what they have done for us, for this community, including the housing units. We greet the DESOPADEC.
And that's a package on the DESOPADEC Weekly for today. Thank you so much for being a part of it. We will come back in a fortnight with more. Do join us again and let's do it again. Until then, follow us on our social media handles on your television screen for all the questions, contributions, and suggestions you want to bring on. Comment, like, and share. On behalf of the entire crew, Joy Uche is my name, and I'll see you in a fortnight.